Just come in, Gloria. Come in. I can't do anything. You have to be on my videos now. This is going to go on there. What do you want? What do you want?
I just saw the lights of the entrance on. And I was like, why?
Because I'm making a video talking to no one.
I didn't know.
This is going... You have no choice. This is now
No,
going.
I didn't know. So I came and I was like, Iluchi.
Iluchi!
And I was turning this off, but then I saw you were here.
Yeah, talking to myself. You're going to be in this video now.
No,
You have to be.
not like this.
You have to be.
Not like this.
You look beautiful. That's my wife, everyone. That's the big reveal.
I don't.
Can you put it back on, please? This... All I wanted to do for this opening shot of the vlog today was talk about how whenever we go to Gloria's parents' house, which we did today for lunch, they give us fruit. And Gloria's father goes, Louis, orange? And I'm like, we have 2 at home. And he's like, he gives me all these oranges. Really, because I'm the only one that eats them. And I'm going to peel one now because I'm hungry. Well, not that hungry, but look at this thing. Look at this orange. Look at it. I was going to put it on my chest, like in football, but don't think that's a good idea. Okay. This is how Sicilians cut their oranges. Let's see. So, like most people probably cut their oranges. Something you should know, sorry, before we get talking about filmmaking and all that crap, let's talk about these knives. These are Italian knives. They don't look like much to you, right? But they've got this serrated edge. And you can use these for anything. You can use these for meat, oranges, just normal eating. They have the spreadable capacity as well. Yeah. So, I really hope that you can still see me. Maybe I have to crouch down a bit. Behave yourself. I got told by a friend today that the sound in my videos leaves them wanting. You know who you are, and I respect the comment, even if it hurt my feelings, because I'm trying really hard and failing to get the sound to work all the time. So yeah, what they do is they cut the top off, and then they kind of like do this. They kind of like cut one piece, right? And then you peel, hoping to not make a mess, which I already am. So, quindi, one other small funny thing. Gloria's dad supports Inter Milan, the football team. So he tells me about the results of the Inter game. And we had lunch today. He sat down, he's across the other side of the room from me, sits there comfortably. Gloria and her mum are talking, and we lock eyes, and he does this, he goes, which means like, from what I understood, like this, 3-0, which basically means Inter Milan won 3-0 in the Champions League. So that was really funny. Look at the size of this thing, yeah. Look at the size of it. So yeah. So the topic of today's video goes as follows. There's a whole philosophy around being an artist, right? You know, there's lots of different ways of being it. You have to be kind of super cool, emotional dude to be an artist, you know, or like you have to be totally problematic to be an artist. You have to be this, you have to be that. But there's this whole thing I read in a book. I think it was The War of Art. Don't quote me on that. I think it was The War of Art. And essentially it was talking about how the real artist is the artist that starts a piece of work and finishes it. And that's been a real mantra for me in my career, is that if I'm going to start doing a film or start doing something, I have to finish it. You don't just paint half of a painting. You could be the best painter in the world, and you paint half a painting, the most amazing painting anyone's ever seen, but you only do half of it, and no one ever sees the finished thing. So, are you really the best artist ever, or are you just like a guy with a bit of talent who doesn't finish it, but yet wants all the plaudits of being a great artist, or wants everyone to finish it? I don't know, like just because you have the talent gives you some God-given right that you have to be an artist, you know? Whereas if you have a bit of talent, which you'd hope that you do if you're going to pursue something, I do think I have a bit of talent for filmmaking and storytelling, but I know that it's not enough. And there's been things that I haven't finished, and basically what I'm going to start doing tonight is I'm going to start looking at the footage I shot with Carmel, but I also, this week, I want to start looking at, before I even get on with other projects, I was thinking to myself, before I get on with the other projects, there was two short films that I shot, one back in January, one back from my last week in Macedonia that I wasn't happy with the footage of, and one in my last weeks in London. It's interesting, didn't want to finish those two films, I need to finish them. And I'll start probably with the London one, and eventually I think I'll get to the Macedonia one. But yeah, a true artist is the artist that finishes their work. And so that's kind of what I've been reflecting on. So that's what I'll do this evening, Sunday evening. I'm really tired, but I need to try and just do something, because that's the whole point of these daily videos, is that you do something small every single day. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that. But first, let's taste test this orange, which should be a good one. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Size of my head. Not really, but... Terrific. Very good. Actually, we also have blood oranges as well. So these are red inside. Okay, I'm going to eat this orange, watch a bit more of the football, then get on with looking at some of this editing stuff. It's good because Gloria has had an exam coming up recently, so she's been studying in the living room, so I can't do anything I want to do in there, so it's quite good. Keeps me productive, because otherwise I'd be sat on sofa, playing PlayStation, or watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but no, I'm going to do something productive after I eat this orange. Oh, and also, I should say, had an overwhelming amount of support from friends. So Aaron Hooper, shout out to you. You did a funny thing in sharing my vlog on your story. After I'd explicitly told my wife, please don't share it on your story. Like, don't share it. I said to Gloria, yeah, don't share anything yet. I'm not ready to share it yet. But then Aaron shared it on his story, and I thought, okay, well, that's actually the push I needed. I was feeling very insecure, very embarrassed about sharing this sort of stuff, but because he did that and was like, okay, I better acknowledge what this is, and then people were very, very supportive. I think it was like 20 new subscribers of people that I knew, and it's just very sweet. And now it's like, if you actually are watching, I now feel like I have a bit of an audience to talk to, which is nice and funny, and kind of makes me feel a little bit happy and safer, but also with a stroke of a bit of embarrassment there as well. But the embarrassment will go away once I feel like I'm getting results. Stay classy, San Diego. Turns out shirts are not the best way to use this microphone. Let's do a quick review of this microphone, actually. This is the Rode Wireless Me. It cost 150 euros. Now, you'll probably see all your favorite content creators using these. And I guess that's the sort of insufferable gang that I'm trying to be a part of, so that I can stay accountable and not be associated with them anymore. That's harsh. I don't mean it really, but it's more this, the Rode Wireless Me. Look at that. Ooh. They're an interesting microphone because you see the mic points up this way. I'm sorry if that hurt your ears, but So if I put them on, clip it on like this, you see the mic pointing that way. And you want it to be pointing up to get the full and best effect. So I could put it here. Maybe if I put it here, it's close, but then again, look, it's tilting down. So just for today, until I find a better solution, I'll just hold it. Now, what I'm essentially trying to do here now is, you know, I have to stop saying, you know. I say, you know, so much. You know. What I'm essentially trying to do now, it's Sunday evening, the 2nd of February. In order to get myself out there, I think I know that a strategy that I need to employ for my filmmaking is to make interesting Instagram and TikTok reels and YouTube shorts that are within my own cinematic and filmmaking voice, style, what I want to do, a teaser of what I'm trying to do, my own experimentations within my own frame of creative reference. So what does that mean then? I need to shoot more, I need to get out the house more. And, I shot this with Carmel the other day. You can hear some of her voice. I was asking her to look out at the sea and share her thoughts.
Cover. And I like this idea that when the fish is out of the ocean, it's going to die. It belongs to the ocean. Whatever is in it, it belongs there. And maybe now I feel like, how can I embrace more what's in my ocean, and how will I reconnect with friends that I've been wanting to reconnect with? How will I?
So it was really seeing what is some of her stream of consciousness. And I guess my goal for tonight is twofold. It's to look at this footage, listen to what she said, what are some of the interesting things she said, what footage do I have, and what footage do I need to make this an interesting reel. So that's something I'm going to do this evening. I'm going to identify my favourite lines of dialogue she says, well, dialogue in terms of her favourite things, my favourite things she said, and then I'm going to think about other things I can shoot this week. And then we'll see how I feel from there. That might be a good way to end the Sunday night, because I also think that I want to go into this week with a fresh mind, and I'm feeling pretty brain dead. So, yeah. I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro. So yeah, there's that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. It's just really, I need to make more content for TikTok and Instagram, but at the same time I also need to be writing. So I think that some of the content I want to make for TikTok and Instagram might be teasers for short films that I'm making, or it could be a proof of concept for something. If I make it in the more written dialogue arena, maybe that would be more satisfying and easier than what I'm going to attempt to do here. But this whole thing I shot with Carmel was with the philosophy of shooting something, anything, getting out there, just trying to shoot something, make use of the time and the friends that I had around on that day. But yeah. So I'll look at this footage and I'll see if I have anything else to show or say after that, either later today or tomorrow. Okay, so that was good. I managed to get down some really nice things that Carmel said in that clip of her that I have when she's looking out at the sea. So I have an idea for that. I've got a plan to shoot some more stuff. Maybe it'll be tomorrow, maybe it might be later in the week. The thing here with Sicily is that it's blue skies, wonderful in the winter. It's January. Lovely summer, almost English summer sort of days. But like the English summer, it also rains. So the Sicilian winter is like the English summer. So I need to go and shoot some stuff to finish that reel. I've got someone I need to message tomorrow, and my backup for something I need to do anyway, but my backup for not being able to shoot what I want to shoot tomorrow, I'm going to edit some of these vlog clips, some of the funny moments. So if I want some of the funny moments, but some moments, you know, that are clippable, that I'll put in for just for TikTok, and maybe YouTube Shorts. I think my Instagram, it would be too embarrassing. Too many people would see it that I know. See, I don't mind people who not knowing me seeing some of that sort of stuff, but it's the people I know which is the most embarrassing. But I know that the ones who have subscribed to the YouTube channel, and even the ones that made it this far in this video, are the real ones, and I would bare my soul to them with or without a video. So yeah, enough for today. But I thought I didn't read anything past the first day. I didn't read anything from this book, and I would like to read just one to finish. Let's have a look. Because I need to connect with this. I'm going to try to find ones that may be a little bit more open to all, not just those who are God-fearing. But maybe there is nothing in this book which is not a little bit God-fearing. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's read this one. In the cause, arts, sciences, and all crafts are worship. The man who makes a piece of notepaper to the best of his ability, conscientiously concentrating all his forces on perfecting it, is giving praise to God. Briefly, all effort and exertion put forth by man from the fullness of his heart in worship is worship, if it is prompted by the highest motives and the will to do service to humanity. So briefly, all effort and exertion put forth by man from the fullness of his heart is worship, if it is prompted by the highest motives and the will to do service to humanity. So, you know, the arts and the sciences and crafts all have the potential to be worship, and only when we put them towards the service of humanity. And I think that's the key point for me, right? In moments when I'm doing this for my own vanity or for my own sense of self-worth is hopefully when I will be able to try to remember that doing all of that is futile if I'm not trying to also be of service to humanity. Because we live in an age where people do so much for themselves and not enough for each other. I know that's a bit of a generalization, but we see it in our world. And of course I want to make it work in filmmaking. Of course I want to give a good life materially to my wife, to my children, to my in-laws, to my own family. But I also want to give a good life to all and to be of service to all. And if I ever feel like I'm straying from that, which I have done so many times, every day I stray away from that lofty goal. Even when I watch back these videos, I say the word I this, I that. You know, even when I was talking about the teaching, doing the teaching was good for me. So I don't want to be like that. And this takes time. So yeah, keep the positivity coming. We're trying our best. All of us are trying our best. If you are a friend and you're watching this and you've made it this far, please comment, just because it's amazing how even a small comment from a friend or from whoever, a positive comment, no negative ones yet, but a small comment can really give me the boost when I'm really doubting this process. But you know, on reflection, something I was thinking about earlier was just even by looking at this footage tonight of Carmel and making a plan for what I want to do with it, if I wasn't making these videos, I wouldn't have done that. I would have been like, I'm tired. I'm just going to chill for the rest of the day and go to sleep or watch a movie or whatever. But I've just spent the last hour roughly doing this video, and just this one here and the one before it, and making a plan and looking at the footage and reading this quote. And I wouldn't have done that if it wasn't for this. So for me, that is a confirmation that this is a worthwhile endeavor, regardless of anyone watching it. Yeah. The true artist finishes the work and moves on to the next thing. Ponder that, dear friends, and I'll try to find the quote where it came from. Pretty sure it's the book The War of Art. All my books are in England. Didn't have the space in my bag to bring everything. So if you're ever coming to visit me from England, swing by my parents, bring me one of my books. Or bring me books. Bring me English books. I want to read books. And I need to practice my Italian. So, arrivederci, ciao, buonanotte.